Hello. No one asked me to do this. I was just bored and decided to make this video. Originally, I planned to just show you how I make characters from reference photos, but then I decided to share some of my techniques for making well-made characters. I've never done this before and I don't do well with explaining things, especially when it comes to complicated words. So, my apologies if I sound like a 3-year-old telling their mother they just saw a dog flying an airplane. Alright, I've dragged this on for long enough, so I'll show you some of my character designs before I show you a video of me making Kusuo Saiki from Saiki K. We have all started our gacha journey with terrible character designs at one point in our life, and if your character is looking like they've crawled up from the depths of hell, if your characters are looking like they need some touch-ups, then hopefully these tips and tricks help you out. Here is a baby I made that took me over an hour to make because gacha didn't allow bare chest. As much as I dislike the game's mechanic of disabling skin tones for the chest, it is totally understandable since some people like to use it for disgusting purposes. Just to clarify, I do not under any circumstance design characters for such uses. I simply make designs fit for the character and animate them in said design. Anyhow, for a trick I use for hair and eyebrows, I mainly focus on the main colour, then smooth out the edges by using the same colour for the outline of the hair. I'll be using an example character for this since whatever I just said probably flew right over your head or made no sense at all. I made a random hair design that looks like garbage, but it'll do. I'm also randomly selecting the colours too. When I do hair, I like to stick with one colour because it's easier to style. When it comes down to the outline of the hair, I take the base colour and make it 2 shades darker, like this. For the front hair, I make the outline the same colour of the base colour. For the back hair, I make the base colour the same colour as the outline, or I take the base colour 1 shade darker as well as the outline. You can leave the hair at that, or you can add a hoj and accessories to make the hair more pleasing. As for the eyebrows, the type you can use depends on the character. I usually use the ones on the first page. The colour should be the exact same as the back hair, or 1 shade darker. That is part 1 for tips and tricks for the hair. Yes, there is a part 2. I'm sharing some very good advice, so take it like a good bitch. Anyways, here is my design of Monkey D. Luffy from One Piece. And here is a random gay dude I designed for a mini gacha movie I never made because I'm lazy. And here's the boyfriend.
I love editing.
A cutie I made and haven't used. Again. I need to stop glazing that man. Who cares? Law will forever be fine to me. Anyway, did you notice how unique everyone's hair was? Take my Luffy design for example. See how there is a lighter piece of hair right in the middle? And how there are these weird flowers on the side of his head? These are accessories. I use a lot of accessories for the hair because that's the most detail you can put on the character. Anyways, part 2 for hair. There is literally so much I can show you for hair accessories, but I physically can't because CapCut is getting glitchy as hell and it's pissing me off. First little trick I use is the crown trick. It'll always be in hats. Almost all the time it will be the same crown I use. The other times I use the smaller crown or a different accessory, but it does not matter. I rotate the crown upside down and then shrink it to fit the head. I then angle the crown to where I think best fits. The main colour and outline should be the same colour as the hair, and the sub is any colour you desire. It can go both ways as well. Next trick is that flower thing from my Luffy design, which can only be done in this middle accessory section. The accessory is at the very last page, 233. I rotate the accessory upside down and adjust it to fit the side of the head. The colour is all up to you, just make sure it's similar to the hair colour. This next trick is definitely one of my favorites. You can use it in any accessory slot you want. It's on page 10, and just by looking at it, you can tell how much it looks like hair. With this accessory, there is no certain where you have to put it. It fits everywhere. The colouring is also all up to you. This last trick is more for dark hair, but it still works. It'll only be in the back accessory. It's the flower crown on page 4. Notice how the top of the head is flat. If you want more poof, then adjust the flower crown to the top of the head. And colour it, of course. The motivation that had blessed me to make it this far has suddenly evaporated from my goddamn brain. It's taking my blood, sweat and tears to finish this. It's 3 a.m. in the morning and I'm fighting to keep my eyes open like I'm fighting ball cancer. But don't worry, all is good. Next up is outfits. If you're doing an outfit based off a character, like this design I made for Katakuri from One Piece, then it's best if you get a reference photo to make the character's outfit. If you're making up your own outfit, then try recreating outfits you've worn, or search up clothing idea for the best references to look from. References are great for making outfits.
Wipe the damn smirk off your damn face.
Now you get to see me making Psyche. For bodies, I keep the height from 5 to 10 and the head size always goes to 11. For eyes, X scale is always either 20 or 19. Y scale depends on how narrow the eye is. Mostly for adults and sometimes teens, I move the eyes up only once. I have another tab open with references of Psyche on it. This is what I mean when I say use references. Use any nose you want, but I use nose 6 because it's the easiest to work with. The outfits are definitely the most tedious part of making characters because I'm a perfectionist and I will not stop until it looks right. This happens a lot when I make characters, but some things just don't look right, so I have to go back to fix it more times than I should. I love doing accessories and all that, but sometimes it's just so much it gives me a headache. And the most important part, the extra. Extra clothes and accessories do so much for the character design, it's bizarre. Even if the outfit is done, I'd still add more. See how much more interesting the outfit is, all because I added an extra item. I had to give him his beloved coffee jelly.
I finished.